continuous as
No, it's after focus.
Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Cooking with Taste. Today, I'm going to share the best way to make tomato soup. Now, if you're new to my channel, take the time to like, subscribe, and follow me on Instagram at sean.mooresmore. Okay guys, let's get shaving. Started. For my tomato soup recipe, you will need 8 Roma tomatoes. Roma tomatoes offer a meaty texture and a regulated growth size, which will help us when roasting. First, I want you to slice your Roma tomato down the center. The process is easier when using a sharp knife, but you can use a combination of a serrated or paring knife for this application. Once you get to this stage, use your tip of your knife to remove the stem of your tomato. Like so. Take your time if needed. And then slice your halves into quarters. Voila! Dump your quarter tomatoes into a baking sheet of your choice. Drizzle with extra virgin olive oil, balsamic vinegar, 1 teaspoon of kosher salt, and freshly cracked black pepper. These 2 elements are optional, but an easy way to elevate your dishes. Add 2 teaspoons of fresh rosemary, or you can use dry in a pinch. With 2 clean hands, toss your tomatoes and arrange evenly on your baking sheet. Roast them in a 425-degree Fahrenheit oven for about 40 minutes. To add more sweetness to your soup, I'm implementing a yellow onion. A medium size will be perfect. I like to remove the top end and a little off the root end. Slice down the poles and peel off the outer layers. Toss or save those skins for future stock applications. It's another way to be resourceful. And I'll be the first to admit, I'm not the best at dicing onions, especially with the fact that my knife is not the sharpest. Usually I get my knives sharpened professionally, but with the lockdown, I wasn't able to do so. But if you guys have any recommendations on how to sharpen your knives professionally at home, just add it into the comment box. Voila! Onions are ready. Next, slice your bell peppers on its corners, avoiding the seeds. Like so. Slice your bell pepper into half-inch strips and dice accordingly. After all of that's done, transfer into a big enough bowl. In my Dutch oven, turn on medium heat, add 2 tablespoons of refined coconut oil or extra virgin olive oil. It's your choice. Toss in your diced onions and bell peppers and saute until veggies are tender, about 6 minutes. I need half a teaspoon of salt, freshly cracked black pepper, and in case you have a garlic hoarder at your grocery store, then the jar stuff will come right in handy. I'm adding 1/2 teaspoon of sugar, but it's totally dependent on the sweetness of your tomatoes. Add 1 tablespoon of tomato paste, stir on medium heat for 1 minute. After 40 minutes, your tomatoes should look like they're bursting with excitement as you add them to your Dutch oven. Scrape as much off of the pan as possible. Stir in your tomato friends as you prepare for the liquids. Put on the lid and cook for 2 minutes. I have 2 tablespoons of Tamari, or low sodium soy sauce will be fine. 2 cups of homemade veggie broth. Low sodium store-bought works just fine. Incorporate and add a handful of fresh basil, and 2 cups of good old H2O. Put on the lid, reduce the heat to simmer, and cook for 25 minutes. Now you can't have a tomato soup without a grilled cheese sandwich. I'm using my favorite pre-sliced bread, which you can find at Whole Foods. The brand is called Silver Hills. Spread some butter on each side of your bread, or you can use any vegan oil of your choice. In a nonstick pan, heated on medium, go ahead and toast your first slice of bread until medium brown. Toast your second slice of bread and add more butter on top. I'll explain. By toasting the first side, I'm able to melt my cheese faster. While the flip side is still hot, browse the melty cheese that you have on hand. By the way, I'm employing a sprinkling of cheddar and mozzarella cheese. To class it up, I like to use fresh rosemary or Italian seasoning on my sandwich, and freshly cracked black pepper. Add a slice of provolone if you have it. and top your grilled cheese. While your bread is toasting, go ahead and butter the top of your bread and give it about 2 minutes. After 2 minutes, check your bread and see how brown it is and go ahead and flip. I really love the Silver Hills bread. It definitely has more heft to it than the regular white bread and also has more fiber. Heat the other side of the sandwich until the cheese is nice and melty. Like so. There you go, grilled cheese sandwich. Okay, back to our tomato soup. The tomatoes have broken down and developed additional flavor which came from the aromatics. Break out your stick blender and blend most of the tomato chunks into your desired smoothness, which should take about 2 minutes. Be careful not to splatter yourself. Once you achieve the right texture, add about 1/4 cup of Parmesan for sharpness and added sodium. When you reach this part, go ahead and pat yourself on the back. Yay! Your house will smell like you slaved in the kitchen for hours, but you didn't even break a sweat. Drizzle with additional olive oil, add a couple basil leaves, and finish it off with some grated Parmesan and freshly cracked black pepper. This recipe is so easy to make and it tastes so much better than the stuff from the can. But seriously, once you make this, you will never go back to the canned stuff ever again. And believe me, you can freeze your leftovers for a rainy day. I hope you guys are smarter than me. Make sure to blow your soup before eating. It is so hot. Okay folks, that's it. You guys watched me make a homemade tomato soup and my favorite grilled cheese sandwich. So if you guys enjoyed the message, go ahead and like and subscribe and follow me on Instagram. And I hope to hear from you guys another day. Peace.